Well, the 2019 NFL Scouting Combine is officially in the rearview mirror, and what a week it was there in Indianapolis. Saw so many players test well, run well, catch well, throw well, while there were some others, maybe not as good of a performance as they would have hoped. All right, Buck, let's take a look at both sides of the coin here. Let's start with guys that really helped themselves with their performance in Indy.
I'm going to go Mississippi State defensive end Montez Sweat. He has absolutely been crushing the pre-draft process. We saw him show up after a strong regular season at Mississippi State where he had 22 sacks. He showed up at the Senior Bowl, and he dominated. Then he goes to the Combine and absolutely knocks it out the park. 6'6", 260 pounds, 4.42 in the 40. And the thing that you liked about Montez is you saw the traits that you saw at the Senior Bowl also show up on the turf. He moved well. He was explosive. He is long. He's rangy. He has this energy that you like from him. I think now throughout the process, we talked about him maybe being a first-round pick, maybe top 15. I think he solidified himself as a top 10 pick, and I wouldn't be surprised to see him go in the top 5.
Yeah, he's helped himself as much as anyone in the post-season portion of the process. I'm going to go to Ohio State, Parris Campbell. What he did. We knew he was going to run well. We knew he was going to jump well. All the testing was going to be off the charts. But I was blown away with how he worked out in the field workout. Seeing him run routes, get in and out of the break, catch the ball very well. He was outstanding. So someone to me came into the mix as a probably in that second-round range, and I thought he's very much in the first-round conversation based with what we saw in Indianapolis.
Yeah, I think he certainly should be in the conversation. He is an offensive weapon. He's explosive. He's dynamic. He has great tape where you see him really score these touchdowns. But then when you felt him, you felt his presence on the field, watching him run routes, he certainly is a guy that is on the rise.
All right, now we go to the other side of the coin here. Some guys that have some work to do at their pro day after a little underwhelming performance in Indianapolis.
You know, we've always talked about this, the cluster buster on path to the draft. I think Greg Little was kind of in that cluster with a lot of offensive tackles trying to figure out where does he fit. Is he a first rounder? Is he a second rounder? Well, after a disappointing performance at Lucas Oil Stadium, I think he's probably fallen out of the first round. You know, he just didn't run well, didn't look like the athlete that I thought I would see on tape. And when you have so many offensive tackles and offensive linemen moving around well, testing well, putting up these big numbers, and then when you look at his metrics, they just don't fit. I think you have a lot of work to do. I think we got to go back and look at the tape. But right now, I'm not confident that he is a first-round prospect. I think he hurt himself with his performance at the Combine.
I'm going to go Jachai Polite at Florida. He is somebody that lost a lot of weight coming into the season, and you saw it benefit him with the burst and explosiveness you saw on the tape each and every week. And then he gets to the Combine, and a lot of that weight has come back on, and he's moving around sluggish. He doesn't run well, doesn't move around that well, and there are a lot of reports out there he didn't interview well. So not a great week for Jachai Polite. He has some work to do there at his pro day to get his stock back on the rise. But plenty of time here between now and the NFL draft. We'll keep a close eye on these prospects.